It's getting to the point where students can't remember a time when Javier Margarito wasn't the athletic trainer at Monta Vista. In fact, next year will be his 4th year working here, and probably the start of many more years to come. But do you know what it's actually like out here on this corner of campus for the Monta Vista medicine man?
What's up? Oh, my right shoulder is like giving way every time I do it. Oh. What sport are you in? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it's a really weird sport to get an injury from. Do you have a t-shirt underneath that? Yeah. Okay. So pick up the sweater. Let's sign in. Seriously, it's gonna take some time to get used to that, I'm not gonna lie. Zachary, get out!
There's 21 teams over 3 seasons. It's almost always hectic.
When it gets congested in here, you just have to be patient and wait your turn. As much as it is patient, it's a test of patience for me. It's also a test of patience for them. It's a learning experience for them.
New students would call Javier cranky, but for athletes that know him though, that eventually changes to the word relaxed.
That looked like it hurt.
I didn't see it. Your belly flop? Belly flop. Yes!
Jackie, let's move this over to somewhere.
It goes over there.
Where? So put it over there against the wall. You don't want to be in the shot. Here, put it against the wall. Put it against the wall.
He wants you
put
to
it
see
against
it.
the wall.
Ow!
Put it against the wall. You're not doing your job as a lifeguard.
I'm not a lifeguard, I'm a sleep instructor.
It's even worse. Even worse.
It's like every day is a new adventure for him.
Okay, underneath your tongue. And hold it there, close your mouth. There you go. Not too many people know about these. These are old school thermometers.
What are you talking about?
But you should see some of the reactions though, like hers for example. Yeah. You know? It's a valid reaction.
That.
But most people are used to either the ear or the thermostat.
Oh, I love mine. Mine don't put a bunch of vines in.
Yeah, like an ear thermometer. It's a scan. Anyway, what's wrong with you? The parts that I enjoy is that I get to come at a high school in California on days where it's very sunny. You know, the attitude that athletes bring. High school is a very unique environment, and just having interactions that kind of keeps you motivated. It keeps you on your toes. But overall, I mean, I just want to see the athletes that I work with succeed, especially if we got good quality athletes that want to, you know, be successful not just on the athletic field, but personally, it makes you want to work harder. Now, the ones that I don't necessarily enjoy, but it's part of the job, is delivering, being the bearer of bad news. So if an athlete does sustain an injury, and it could be one that's life-altering, that's something that, again, it's part of my job, but I have to explain that in simple terms, or just in terms where that it may be a career-ending injury, potentially, but realize that maybe there's still light at the end of the tunnel. Gabs, are you done? Okay.
Apparently I'm done.
Go help the goalkeepers. You can kick to them, but I don't want you diving.
Oh, anything else?
No, that's it.
I said no.
After practice.
After?
Yeah.
Getting a little
Hi.
hot.
Okay. Sounds good.
Really?
I'm gonna flip it over to the
Put it
cabin
here.
side.
So I can play. On
No.
top? Not as my thing, but like,
I
can I
thought
play
it was
with my
underneath.
feet?
Yes, you can play with your feet.
Can I play in a game?
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna play senior night. I want to play on the field maybe.
We'll see. Because injuries are going to happen, regardless if we want them to or not. You know that as well as I do. So there's only so much we can do, or that I can do, to minimize that, and then at a certain point, like I said, there's only so much I can do. Coaches nowadays would be, are pro, like, prevention, as in, okay, if it requires, say, taking, say, 5, 10, 15 minutes ahead of practice to take care of what you need to do so you don't get hurt, why not invest the time? But at this age, it's very difficult to have students buy in because, let's face it, you know, most people are young, or at this age, most people are young. They think they're invincible. Teenagers think, you know, have a certain mentality, and they don't see the bigger picture in that how to take care of their bodies over the duration of a season. Some people just don't care. But some people who do this and have a passion for it or want to get better about it, they'll stick with it. Again, it comes back to the adherence. If someone doesn't care, they're not going to care.
Name one student this year that you think would that cares, that's taking your lesson hard.
What about me?
Because you see them in here constantly. Otherwise, if they weren't.
Okay, but I'm actually in here sometimes because I actually want to learn though. Because I've definitely learned a lot.
That's what he just said.
I see it.
Oh no, I'm also her all the time. Like you actually look at my
These
shoulders.
two are kids that gossip.
It like hurts when I lift
Help.
it.
Like on the back. Hey, it's not the worst thing. I kind of
Student involvement is great because it shows that the students are wanting to be proactive and take charge of their education. How dedicated they are, I don't know, but at least they piques their interest in that there's other things involved other than like your traditional sciences. Because the one thing that kinesiology offers, and particularly sports medicine offers, is that sports medicine as a whole is multidisciplinary. And the same thing with kinesiology, it's very multidisciplinary, so you can have different types of aspects of the hard sciences, be involved in those fields, and apply it in all sorts of manners. So however the students want to get involved, whether it's a sports medicine class, Olay project, volunteering after school on their own without, you know, not even being a part of the sports center, just getting involved and seeing what I do, if that piques interest, you know, I'm more than willing to have students come here and help. Why is it important for athletes to be educated in sports medicine and their health? It's important because what they learn at a young age will carry with them. They will carry that with them for the rest of their lives. We had an athletic trainer my sophomore year, junior and senior year. I was actually kind of lucky. I didn't get hurt that much. So I usually I never went to that person, but at the same time, that person wasn't necessarily there for me, or I should say, they weren't there for all the students. They were kind of there for pretty much the football team. Yeah. And you have to understand the climate too. 20 years ago, where the profession has grown a lot to recognition and education and so forth. That now the newer, I guess, athletic trainers are taking on that approach of we're not just here for football. We're here for everybody. I also got involved in doing sports medicine classes back at San Jose State. Went through their program and graduated with the kinesiology degree and emphasis in athletic training. Got certified, and through my my coursework there, I rotated or interned at a high school, community college, university, and a physical therapy clinic, all those 4 settings. So,
in 2015, he started working here, and in 2016, he introduced new concussion protocols. This year, he's the co-advisor of a sports medicine club, and there's still more planned on the horizon.
2 goals. The first being that I would be the full-time athletic trainer. Second scenario is where I would teach, like you said, the sports medicine class, have maybe 2-3 periods of it, and do those in the morning, and then again have that open period where I can take care of athletic training duties but still stick to that 4-hour window and after school. My father's a teacher, and I know how much time teachers put outside of their classrooms and dedicate that. For me, I could foresee that being a problem, just because for the amount of work I do already for the athletic training side, that in doing both could eventually lead to some frictions. The life of an athletic trainer is difficult. High school is a little bit more manageable because we essentially work 10 months out of the year, but the intensity at which they do their job, the stakes are a little higher. And for me, this is also like more of a family-friendly environment. I consider it to be a more family-friendly environment. as the higher you go, it's not the same. It's much more demanding. Especially of the family life. It's up to the individual, but I mean, I value those hours as much as I can. And when I get home, I take my athletic trainer hat off and family man. Okay, shut that off.
That's so cute.
Okay, smile for the camera.
Oh, her smile is so cute. So.
Good luck, whoever wants to be in this position. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually that's one of the reasons I chose high school, is because it's flexible, it's a fun environment to be around, and it's just a fun place to be.